Hello, it's been a long time since I've done a video, and I just recently played my final Danganronpa game. I technically didn't play the first game because I watched the anime, so it kind of lost meaning to me. But I just recently finished Ultra Despair Girls, like, 2-3 weeks ago? And it was great. I really liked it. And now I've finally played all the Danganronpa games. I also watched the V3 anime. I mean, not the V3 anime, sorry. The Danganronpa 3 anime. So, I'm ready to do a freaking tier list of the characters. I think that's Danganronpa's strongest point. It has pretty interesting characters. I mean, the characters make up the plot, really. And it's very interesting that most of them have an ultimate talent, so that gives them a little bit of more layer there. So yeah, let's just go ahead and start here. They're not completely mixed up. They're kind of like, these are the what you call it, the Danganronpa 1 characters, but there are some missing that are down below. I'll just get into that. I guess we'll do all the ones from the first game first. So let's go with Sayaka. Sorry if I forget the name of some of these. I'm kind of bad with names, honestly. I do know most of their names, but I might be failing on some. So, Sayaka. I think Sayaka is... Oh, by the way, this is just part of the tier list that I had. I see. S-A-B-C. Okay, that works. So, Sayaka, I think a B tier is good enough. I think she could have been a bit better. C tier? But I just really like Sayaka in that first trial. I mean, she was dead during the first trial, actually. But you know, prior to that. So let's go on with Leon. And Leon, again, killed freaking Sayaka. So, I don't know, we didn't really get to know Leon. And he didn't really have a motive. Sayaka was the one that tried to kill Leon. But again, Leon, I guess disappointment. We just didn't get to know him that well. Then I believe her name was Chihiro. I think Chihiro's awesome. I think she's like one step away from being top tier, from being S tier. But she's pretty cool. I really like her, and I mean, come on, she's kind of like a pseudo. I wouldn't say pseudo protagonist. That's more of, I forgot her name. Never mind. But she's A tier, definitely A tier. Mondo, I think Mondo's great. I think Mondo is really, really cool. I think it could have been explored a little bit more. I think he's A tier. Yeah. You know what? I'm actually gonna put Sayaka down to C tier because yeah, she doesn't feel like deserving of those top 3 spots. And then I'm gonna put Mondo and Bodacious in B tier because I don't think he's better than Chihiro, but he's definitely cool. He's definitely better than these two. Then we have Taka. Taka's a cool character. I really like the duo that he does with Mondo, beginning that third cycle, the third trial. So yeah, but I think after Mondo dies, he's left in kind of this weird state, which doesn't really. I think he could have been better because he was killed right after Mondo, so they didn't really get to explore like his mourning all that well. So I think yeah, that's a good place. Hifumi, a flipping loser. I don't like Hifumi at all. Like, he doesn't really bring anything to the table, nothing special. Like, he's just an otaku, basically. Like, yeah, nothing interesting really comes from him. Except, of course, in the trial where he's killed along with Taka. by Celestia. We'll get into that in a bit, but didn't really bring much to the table. If he wasn't obsessed over Alter Ego, probably Taka wouldn't have been killed, and Celestia wouldn't have almost won. So yeah, I don't like Fumi. He's not that great of a character. Then we have Celestia. Celestia is... I really like Celestia, like as a character design, as a character in general. Well, I don't know. Her story's kind of like... I think she could be better. I kind of just want to put her in Bodacious because I just really like Celestia. Yeah, I think, yeah. I definitely like Celestia. I mean, from the first game, she's definitely like my favorite girl. So yeah, I mean, she could definitely be better, but I definitely like her more than Sayaka or Mondo. I mean, yeah, I do like her more than Mondo. But does she go to A tier? I don't think so. She just barely misses that out. So let's go over to Sakura. Sakura is honestly A tier. Yeah. I mean, yeah, she has a great story. She's super kind, and even though she was technically the traitor, I don't recall like what she did to betray anyone. I guess maybe information to Monokuma. I don't know, but her whole story and then going in such a badass way, like, I mean, like, really, they can't put her in... I would like almost to put her in S tier, but I don't really, like I said, I didn't play the first game, but even if I had played the first game, I don't think I would have interacted that much with Sakura, so I don't really know her all that well. So I think that's what's stopping her from being S tier, but she's definitely a great character. Then we're gonna skip these guys. Let's go into Makoto. Makoto, I mean, Makoto's the protagonist. So I don't know. I mean, he's pretty good. Could be better. I can't think of something that would make Makoto better. But really, he's the guy that we spend the most time with in the first game. So you're the one, you get to know him much better than anyone else. I mean, yeah, technically. But I don't think he's that, air quotes, interesting. I think the other protagonists from the other games are definitely more exciting than Makoto. So yeah, I think he makes it to B tier. Then we're missing Kyoko. Kyoko is, I don't know. I think she's B tier. Like, Kyoko is the, I don't know, I forgot the word. But she's basically the second protagonist in this game, next to Makoto. Ultimate Detective, like, that's pretty cool. Kind of mysterious in the beginning. You don't know what her talent is. In the last, is it the last trial? I think it is. Yeah, I believe so. You're kind of suspecting that she's the culprit, but she has to believe in her and stuff like that. I don't know. Like, I think Kyoko gets significantly better with the more media I consume of her. Like, after the first game, okay, she's cool. Then in what was it? I believe I saw her next in the ending of Danganronpa 2. She was okay, I guess, in that game. Didn't really stand out. But yeah, and then in, I think the anime is where she shines the best, in the third anime. But I think, yeah, she's B tier. I don't think she's A. I don't think she's A. She's a bit less interesting than Makoto, to be honest. So yeah, B tier it is. Then let's see. Can we find, how many are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're missing like 6 students. Let's see. Here it is. Byakuya. Byakuya A tier. Easy A tier. I mean S tier. Byakuya is the I guess you would call it rival of the first game. Huge prick. I mean, come on, like, you gotta hate him, but you gotta love him. I mean, it's fucking Byakuya Togami. Know the name. I mean, he's just super cool. Like, he's really smart. So he's in this position. Like in subsequent games, you have what's his name? Nagito, and then Kokichi, which, I mean, I guess none of them are really bad, but they also fill that rival position. But Byakuya really is... Nagito is like really demented. Like, I think he's the craziest out of those 3 rival characters. So he feels kind of more like an enemy. Kokichi feels like an enemy during the whole game, but at the end he has this redemption arc where he was actually trying to, you know, save everyone. But Byakuya was just a prick. he was just like, I don't know, like really egotistical. But then he got what would you say? He got humbled by Makoto during what was it? I think it was trial 4 with Sakura. I don't remember. There was one point, but I can't remember. But I think, I mean, Byakuya is just a really cool character overall. Every time he's in any part of any game, I just smile, just giggle. He's just a fun character, even though he's such an asshole. So yeah, that's right. I'm with Byakuya. Let's see. Man, I just played Ultra Despair Girls and I forgot her name. Let's leave that for a little bit later, since I forgot her name. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Alright, let's go with, let's see. Genocide, let's go with Genocide Jack first. Genocide Jack, I think, during the first game is definitely more interesting and more fun than... Oh my god, than Toko. That's right, Toko. Okay. So yeah, Genocide Jack is definitely better than Toko in the first game, because she's so out of the ordinary. She's a serial killer, but like, I don't know, you don't really... She never does anything in the game. She doesn't kill anyone. She just has that history of having killed a lot of pretty boys. But I guess since that's the case, you don't really feel anything towards her. Like, you don't hate her. Like, you could hate Mondo for killing Chihiro, and like that, but Genocide Jack, not really. She was just a fun character, kind of noisy, to be honest. But really fun, nonetheless. Let me bring up Toko once again. Toko, I'll just, this is official rating right now, so Toko in the first game, I thought was very underwhelming. It really just boiled down to her being obsessed over Byakuya. Same so for Genocide Jack, but that's another can of worms. Like, I don't know, Toko just kind of didn't shine in the game, in the first game. It was just underwhelming, didn't do anything really, but survived anyway. And like, again, almost like Byakuya, she's really kind of an asshole in the first game. So in the first game, I would rate Toko as probably enough of you, and Genocide Jack as probably B tier. I think. But, and this is a huge but, Ultra Despair Girls puts Toko probably at an A tier or S tier. I think it might be S tier. And actually Genocide Jack goes probably up to an A tier. Ultra Despair Girls, really, in terms of lore, I think it's better than any of the other 3 games. Because you're actually set out in the real world. Which none of the other games do. And that means you can feel... And since she is also the protagonist of that game, well, yeah, I guess it's both. She's technically the second protagonist, but she's really, really great in that game. I really like I said, in the first game, I would have brought like, enough of you, I don't like you. But during the second game with what's her name, Komaru, with Komaru, like, their chemistry is absolutely great. You can really see how Toko has grown from having experienced what she experienced in the school life killing game. Yeah, I guess that's it. And she's just an overall great character. Like, yeah, she does some scummy things technically at the beginning in order to save Byakuya, but she comes around and I don't know, she just really, they really humanized her. And in that game you spend most of the time with Toko, not Genocide Jack. But Genocide Jack is actually pretty cool. I think she is also better in that game because she's not, what's the word? Well, she isn't a serial killer anymore, technically, because she doesn't kill anymore. So she has some pretty good interactions, especially with Nagito. Yeah, I mean, Toko, like I said, I didn't think I would like Ultra Despair Girls because it's had Toko, and I didn't like her, but it really changed things for me. Toko, absolutely great. I don't know if I would put Toko above Byakuya. Probably not. I think Byakuya still has, he's so much more cheeky. But Toko, I don't know. Toko's super great. I really like her. If you haven't played Ultra Despair Girls, I highly recommend it. If not for gameplay, just for the lore of Danganronpa, it's super great. So, let's continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so technically 12, so we're still missing a few. Let me see if I can find them real quick here. Here it is. So, Aoi. Aoi is, I would say, kind of a mediocre character. She only had some presence in the 4th trial, you know, where Sakura was quote-unquote killed. So that's the only place where Asahina and Aoi kind of stays there. But other than that, she's not really that interesting of a character. Even in the anime, she doesn't do much from what I remember. Yeah, I just kind of underwhelming. I guess it would be D tier. I think she's a bit better than Leon, to be honest. But yeah, that's where I stand with Asahina. She's not that interesting of a character, just plain old. Let's see. Who are we missing? Hiro. Hiro is definitely a character. He's one of the survivors of the first game. He didn't have any role in the game, really. He was a kind of a fun character, though kind of obnoxious at times. I don't know. The anime didn't do much for him. He didn't really show up that much. I think I would like Hiro a bit more if I read the what was it? Ultra Despair I don't remember what his last name was. Hagakure. Ultimate Despair Hagakure, whatever that manga is. I think if I read that, I might like Hero a bit more. But I haven't read it yet, so... I think I'll leave him in Could Be Better. I think I definitely like him more than I do Asahina. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Let's see. I think we're almost done with the first class, so let's go with Junko Enoshima. Junko Enoshima, the fucking mastermind of all 3 games. The mastermind behind it all. I don't know where I would put him. Where I would put her. Like, if I'm just judging her as a character, she's probably S or A tier. I don't know. Junko, I always have trouble rating Junko because she is quite literally the shittiest person in the whole planet. So you really want to put her like here, but I mean, she's just too good of a character. At the end of the games, I almost have a freaking mental breakdown because her plans are so convoluted, complicated. I don't know. Like, even after death, she's still going on wreaking despair on the world. So I think... How much do I like Junko? I think Junko is A tier. I think I leave her there. No, I think she's high A tier. I think she's the highest A tier for now. Yeah, I feel satisfied with that. And then we have Mukuro Ikusaba, which is Junko Enoshima's sister. Now, we don't really have that much to go off of Mukuro. I think she has a bit more development in, I think it's Danganronpa 0 or Danganronpa If. I don't know which one it is. She's definitely a cool character on paper. I really like her. Even though she's part of Ultimate Despair, she was a pretty interesting character. Also in the anime, she was also... Well, she wasn't all that interesting. She was really the second hand of Junko. So she didn't really have her own story. She just felt like a means for Junko to have more access to military tech. I don't know. I wish Mukuro... I think Mukuro goes here. I think she could have been so much better. As just... rather, like in the first game, that she disguises herself as Junko. I don't really see a reason why that would be necessary. Going back to it, like, nobody had memories prior to that moment, so why would they need to replace Junko? I mean, I guess to think that Junko died. I mean, I guess it's possible. I don't know. But yeah, Mukuro definitely could have been better. I think I like her more than Yasuhiro. Probably more than Taka. Yeah, I think that's good. So I think we have all 16 students from the first game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. I guess I should rate Monokuma. So, Monokuma. This could be a whole ranking in itself, all of the bears, rabbits in the series, but I guess let's just do it here. Monokuma, I think he's definitely the best of the mascots. I think he's definitely the most interesting one, but I don't know if that warrants being on S tier. I think I'll put him in A tier. Yeah, I think low A tier seems proper. I mean, it's technically just Junko anyway, but Junko has so much more personality, with her changes of personality. But Monokuma is pretty decent, I guess. So let's go on to, I guess, the second game. Yeah. Second game. We'll go with Hajime Hinata. Hajime, I was gonna say I think he's my favorite protagonist, but that's not true. I definitely like Shuichi more. But Hajime, I really liked. I don't know if he's A tier though. I think he is. Yeah, I think he's high A. He just, I don't know. He just had something. I guess because he was so, he didn't have a talent during almost all the whole game, and there was a reason for it, because he was talentless. Although he technically wasn't, because he's Izuru Kamakura, has all the talent in the world, you know, that stuff. But he was still an interesting character for me. He felt much more human than Makoto in that respect. And in the same vein as that, I think Shuichi was more human than Hajime. So yeah, I think every game they improved their protagonist, definitely. But yeah, I think high A tier. I like him more than Junko. I think he's more interesting than that. Izuru Kamakura, I think, is okay. I think he's a B tier. Right? Izuru, I think he's low. Or I think he might actually could have been better. I don't know. I'll put him in C tier for the sole reason that he doesn't have too much screen time. Like, you get small glimpses of him in the second game, at the very end. Well, I guess a little bit earlier than that. And then the only other time that you see Izuru is in the anime. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. But also, he doesn't have much of a role there. I mean, he is basically the cause of the killing game in the second game. I don't know. I mean, Izuru, I just think they could have written him a little bit better. I liked his appearance at the end of Ultra Despair Girls. I thought that was kind of epic. But other than that, Izuru himself is kind of, I don't know, him seeming all bored of the world. I don't know, I think that was a bit over the top. So yeah, I think he definitely could have been better. I guess I do like him more than, do I like him more than, yeah, I think, yeah. I really like Sayaka, but I think Izuru is better than Mukuro, as the 3 Despair trio. He's definitely the second best. Okay, I feel good with that. Next, we have Kuzuru. I forgot his name. But, again, this is second game. I'm debating whether to put him A or S tier, because I really like him. I really liked him. What was his name? Kuzuru. I think he had a really emotional arc with Peko, which is great. And afterwards, after Peko died, he had this whole redemption arc, because before then he was just pricky with just a second Byaku, basically. But he was freaking great. Let's see, Kuzuru. Fuyuhiko, that's the one. Yeah, having lost his eye, being all hospitalized. Oh, he also almost committed, what was it? Seppuku? Almost. Like, he slit his stomach open, almost. So yeah, I don't know. Kazuichi, not Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, I think I think he's high A tier. I don't think he gets into that S tier yet. Do I think he's better than Hajime? Yeah, I do think he's better than Hajime. Kazuichi is enough of you. He's honestly kind of annoying. I think there are a lot of Kazuichi fans for some reason. I don't get it. He's kind of a pervert. He's not that interesting of a character. He doesn't do much in terms of like helping in trials. He's just always perving over Sonia, so he doesn't really have much development. I think he's a bit more interesting in Nagito's reality when he's dreaming about the perfect world or something like that. I think he's a bit more interesting there, although he does end up dying anyway. But he was a bit interesting. He wasn't really interesting. He's the first E here. Next we have Sonia. Sonia is, I think, A tier. Now, a lot of people don't like Sonia. People think Sonia isn't that great of a character. I kind of like Sonia because I spend time with her in game. I got only 2 characters to max, and that was Mikan and Sonia, I believe. But Sonia was really cool. Like, she's really, for a long time, she put up that face that everything is going to be okay. But when you have that free time with her, you can see that the pressure is starting to get her to her. She knows that she's gonna be the head of the Nevermind Empire of I don't remember her kingdom. But she's gonna be queen someday, and she's really feeling the pressure of it, of not being able to live up. That she can't be a normal high school girl, and that's kind of what humanized her for me, and kind of made her a little bit of a better character. Also, during the last few trials, she really steps up her game. Like, there are a lot of parts where you have to use the consent thing to be like, yeah, you're right, and Sonia is a lot of those. So yeah, I think Sonia is, I think I put her here. I don't know. I'm kind of is she better than Junko? I think she is, but not better than Hajime. Yeah, I think that's okay. Next, I forgot her name too. How did I forget her name? Ultimate Gymnast, right? Ikane. That's her name. Ikane is probably one of my least favorite characters coming out of Danganronpa 2, and like also Kazuichi was a survivor, and then Ikane too. I didn't have much problem with the others. Yeah, I mean, like, 3 survivors are over here, and then the other 2 are down here. But she would be, I think Ikane was kind of a disappointed. I think I expected a little bit more of development for her after Nekomaru died, but that almost never came, and it's weird because even Fuyuhiko tried to, like, talk her into not hiding her emotions or something like that, I recall. But yeah, she just never expresses much more than that. She's kind of like Aoi, but worse. She's always either trying to eat or trying to fight, which isn't really interesting to me. I think I'll actually drop her down. I honestly think these guys are better. Yeah, like she's just kind of annoying at some points. I don't know who's more interesting. I don't know if Kazuichi or her or Ikane. I think we'll leave it like that. Yeah, because Kazuichi at least has the inventor thing, and like he fixed elevators, he did that telecommunications thing for the third trial. So yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. Next we have the Imposter, the ultimate imposter. He is freaking cool. I think he's S tier. I think he's definitely S tier. Like he's he's portraying another S tier and he excels at it. Yeah, I mean, pretty cool. I mean, I don't know how much to talk about this guy. Ultimate imposter. Like he was pretty cool in the first game, though he was the first victim. He did fill that role, and I don't know if it's just because we thought it was Byakuya. He already felt cool coming into that game, but despite so, he still filled that leader role quite well. Like he was really prepared. I mean, he just got caught off surprised, so that's why he ended up dying. But he still was pretty cool, and in the anime, he was also pretty decent. Though he was impersonating Mitarai at that moment, he was still pretty cool. He cares about people. So I think that yeah, he's definitely an S tier. I really like the ultimate imposter. Then we have, oh god, what was his name? I forgot again. Oh my god, the ultimate. Is he the ultimate cook or the ultimate? Yeah, I believe he's the ultimate cook, and he wanted to be called the ultimate chef. Teru, that's the one. Teru, he's the first one who killed. We don't get to know him that much. He has kind of a not sad backstory, but like he just wants to return to Mama. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he's a freaking loser. He's really pervy. The anime didn't do much for him. I think he is quite literally worse than Hifumi. Yep. I think he might be, I don't know. We're in this strange place where Hifumi is just inconsequential. I mean, also Teru, but I'm kind of disgusted by Teru, by how he is trying to sex everyone up. I don't like that. That's really creepy. Mahiru Koizumi is, I think she's kind of like Sayaka in a lot of ways. And even though she had one more trial, technically, though she was the victim, she didn't get as much development as Sayaka, I think. Yeah, I mean, even though she was kind of involved with the whole, I don't remember what the name was, but the whole involvement with the killing of Fuyuhiko's sister, she kind of didn't play much part in it. She was just kind of a bystander in that incident. It just happened to be friends with the crazy girl who killed Fuyuhiko's sister. So I guess that would leave Mahiru. I really like her design, but she's not that interesting. She could have been much better. I think like that. I think Taka was a bit, yeah, I think these were all much more interesting than Mahiru. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Peko Yama. Peko is such an interesting character. Yeah. I mean, her relationship with Fuyuhiko since they were kids, but her seeing herself as a tool during all their childhood, all their lifetime, is kind of sad, honestly. So when they have to part their ways, it's really, really sad. Oh my god. She's definitely 8 here. Though I don't... I think like that. Peko Pekoyama, definitely better than Sonia. Is she better than Hajime though? I think she might. I think they just did that trial super well. It was super rewarding at the end. A nice payoff. Yeah, I think that goes that. Okay. Next we have... oh, what's her name? Oh my god, how did I forget? The ultimate musician. She is... man, and I claim to be second in one of my favorite games. Ibuki, that's her name. Ibuki Miyota. She is... she's not a bad character, she's just kind of sometimes annoying just because she's so out there. I think she would be beat here, though. No, I think she could be better. She's definitely more interesting than Kizuru. Yeah, I think right next to Sayaka, that fits well. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Next we have Hiyogo Scionji. She was horrible. I totally hated her during the whole game, and just when she seemed like she was gonna get her redemption arc after Mahiru's death, she gets killed. So we don't really get to see that. And I don't know, she just insults everyone, especially Mikan, which is kind of one of my favorite characters. So I don't like that. She's just really annoying. I wouldn't say she's a loser. I think she's just annoying. And yeah, I think she's definitely more annoying than these two. So yeah, Hiyogo there. Mikan, like I said, she's my favorite girl from the second game. Though I don't know if she's deserving of S tier. Why? Because she was the killer of the third trial. A double kill. But it was done... I don't... like, I've seen a lot of critics for this trial. And I do agree on most parts. Like, but the thing that gets me about that case is that Mikan wasn't quote-unquote herself. She got the despair disease of remembering her life before her mind was erased. Which at times is kind of like, I don't know. Like if Monokuma had that power to just return memories to all of them, wouldn't it have been better just to give that disease to everyone so they all remember they're bad? And then just go along with the plan? I mean, am I going crazy? I mean, he definitely... I mean, I don't know if definitely, but... I don't know, it just seems weird. So Mikan, like I said, she's my favorite character of the second game. I just like her design so well. She was the first one I got to know in the game with free time. Her life prior to the game, super sad. I think Mikan... I think I leave Mikan like that. No. Mikan... She was also one of the first victims of Junko with Mitarai's hypnotizing video, which is kind of unfortunate. But you know, she is kind of cool. I mean, she has a good relationship with the Imposter. when they find out Mitrai has been not eating, not doing so well. They take care of him. I don't know. I'm definitely not gonna put her in this here. High A tier, I guess. Yeah, that third trial really just setting her back from being S tier. Otherwise, I would put her there. Nekomaru Nidai. He was kind of a, what would you call it? Inconsequential character during the early stages of the game. Doesn't really have a role until the, what was it, the third? No, it was the fourth. Yeah, he didn't really sorry, I had some lemon pepper. Nekomaru Nidai didn't really have a role before the fourth trial, and I think he didn't appear in the third trial. Which, I don't know, leaves him with a little bit of, well, what would you call it? Small screen time, despite being on the one of the last trials in the game. He was good at times. I think he should have filled a little bit more of a leader role. Like, he is the ultimate team manager, so I think he would have fit a little bit more a team leader rather than, I don't know, I guess, I think Hajime was technically the leader at that point. I mean, there wasn't really a leader, but you know what I mean. He just didn't do much. But the fourth trial, kind of good. He was the victim, but the you know what I mean. The build up to that case, he got a bit better. I think he could have been better. I think, yeah. I think he definitely goes there. I think I do like him more than the others. Yeah. Gundam is straight up A tier. And I'm kind of thinking of S tier. Like, he's just so over the top with his Dark Devas of Destruction being the supreme overlord of ice. He's really cool. And, like, even if he was, say, making all that up, you just, I don't know. I mean, he has a passion for taking care of animals. Quite obvious he has for hamsters. Sorry, for Dark Devas of Destruction. Her chemistry with Sonia was pretty cool. And then his sacrifice along with Nekomaru to just get it over with, basically, at that point. Any of them were willing to die. I think that really speaks for it. Yeah, he really leaves the group with a sense of responsibility to keep on living. So yeah, I think Gundam Tanaka pretty good. The anime doesn't do much for him that I recall. That's really the only appearance he's had, right? Yeah. So Gundam is A tier, right below Fuyuhiko. Just because Fuyuhiko I really liked. But Gundam Tanaka is definitely S tier material. Next, Nagito Komaeda. I don't really want to explain myself on this one too much. Nagito, he's a fucking asshole. He creeped me the fuck out during the first trial because he was just batshit crazy. Like, quite literally, this was the first time in Danganronpa where someone wanted to kill and there wasn't even a prize, technically. Well, not only that, he didn't actually want to kill. He wanted someone to kill him, which is even more crazy to think about. Nagito, like I said, he's one of the rivals of the 3 games. He's, like I said, batshit crazy. He has this weird sense of I wouldn't say justice. He has a twisted meaning for hope, which varies from the one that Makoto has. So, you know. But I don't know, I mean, without Nagito in the second game, things would have been so much more boring, I think. I think Nagito is part of why I liked Danganronpa 2 so much. Because he was just super interesting. He uses more his luck than Makoto, which is super interesting to see. Like, the time he plays freaking Russian roulette with 5 bullets in the chamber, with a 1 in 6 chance of surviving, freaking crazy, and then learns all the truth about the school and everything. Then staging his own killing to save the traitor because he discovered that they were all remnants of despair except Chiaki. Like, Jesus Christ, big brain boy here. I just really like Nagito. Nagito is probably S tier above Byakuya, even though he gives me the creeps. I always smile when he shows up. He showed up in this Ultra Despair Girls, and I quite enjoyed him too. So yeah. Oh, and when he's Ultimate Despair, he is also quite creepy. Yeah. Okay, next up, Chiaki. Chiaki is the technically second protagonist of the second game, alongside with Hajime. She is the traitor of the group because she works for a future foundation, and she's technically an AI during the game, at least. Though she was a real person prior to that. So I don't know. I just feel really bad for Chiaki. During the anime, like, she gets brutally killed. She's like the first victim. I mean, I wouldn't say first victim, but all of the second guys from the second game got traumatized from watching Chiaki die. And Chiaki trying to save them. Oh my god, it's even traumatizing to me. So Chiaki, I think she's like one step from going into S tier. I think she's A tier, right? I think she might actually be better than Mikan. Kind of thinking that over. Well, it's just in the game she's not that interesting, but the anime I think did a huge favor to her, showing her that she was the reason why the whole group were friends in the first place. And she was chosen as the quote-unquote traitor because all of them had fond memories of her. She was the thing that united her, that most resembled hope in human form. So yeah, I think Chiaki will go with I think she'll go right about... Is she better than Hajime? No, I think Hajime is a bit more interesting. But they're both equal, I think. So let me check to see if this... Okay. Is that okay? Sure. Okay, next we have... am I missing anyone from the second game? I think I don't. I think I'm not. No. Okay. So let's just go with Monami. Monami is... could be better. Disappointed. Enough of you? I don't know. I kind of don't want to rate the bears at all because they're just they're not really characters. You don't. I mean, you get to interact with them, but again, they're kind of inconsequential. I think I'll put Monomi in B tier. Monomi, Usami is basically Monomi anyway, but I guess I would put her at disappointing because she couldn't even do the trip correctly. It wasn't really her fault. It was Hajime Izuru's fault. I think I'll just put them two here. Yeah, that sounds better. Okay, am I missing anything there? Doesn't seem like it. Alright, so I guess we'll go into Ultra Despair? Should we go into Ultra Despair or the anime first? I don't know. Kind of debating on that. Ultra Despair, yeah, because that goes before. Alright. So, Ultra Despair, let's start with, I think his name was Jin Kirigiri, which is Kyogo's dad. I don't much care about him. I guess he could be better. Oops. I think like that. Sure. Then, let me see if this is still showing up correctly. Yep, okay. We said we were doing the anime first. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, no. First is Ultra Despair Girl. What the hell? Well, let's just keep him there anyway. Ultra Despair Girl. So, Komaru Naegi is A tier. She is... I don't think she's better than... I mean, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. They're kind of in the same boat. I definitely like Komaru more than Makoto. But Komaru is... I don't know. It's just that she's kind of a crybaby during the whole game. But she does overcome it at the end, which is really cool. So... Komaru... I think is just a tad bit more interesting than... Hajime. Yeah, like they're almost in the same boat where none of them have talent, they're just normal high schoolers. But Komaru felt much more human because she wasn't even like at the end this guy has all the talent, so X whatever, and he still got into Hope Speak regardless. That's not the case for Komaru. She's just really a normal girl. So let's go on to Toa. I forgot his name, but he's part of Toa. I remember his voice actor is Matt Mercer, so that's cool. And I thought he was a pretty good character. He wasn't a great character, but he was a good character. Definitely better than... I think he was better than Mondo. No. Not better than Mondo. Is he better than Makoto? I think he is. Yeah, I'll leave him there. Then we have... I'll do the kids at the end. I want to do all of the normal guys first. So Asahina's brother, Aoi's brother, I think he was a pretty cool guy, which, you know, kind of sad because he ended up dying, he ended up exploding, and he kind of had something with Kaede going, almost. So I don't know. Like, we didn't get to see him much more than 5 minutes. He wasn't, whoops, he wasn't, I guess he's kind of like Asahina in that sense. I don't know, I think he's actually a bit better than Asahina, than Aoi. I'm not disappointed. Am I disappointed? Yeah, I think I'm like a bit disappointed. He wasn't that important. He was just used to show that you couldn't escape with the bracelet on. I still feel bad, however. But yeah, same with Asahina. They're going the same. Next, we are going with this guy, which is Chihiro's dad. Chihiro's dad was honestly pretty great. Again, we didn't get much screen time with him. He helped fix an elevator and then immediately got killed. So even though he was pretty cool, I don't think he gets the time to shine. So I definitely think they could have done something more with him, made him a used him a little bit more, then maybe kill him off, get a better payoff. But Chihiro's dad is definitely pretty good. I think he goes above. I think he's almost bodacious, to be honest. Yeah. Let's see, how does this show me? Okay, that's good enough. Oh god. Okay, alright. So let's keep going with this. What are we missing? Oh yeah, sorry, I blanked out a bit. Hagakure, so this is Yasuhiro's mom. Yeah, that's right. She's pretty cool, pretty down to earth, kind of relaxed overall, so I think, again, I think she does get into the bodacious, but no, she can't be better than Chihiro's dad, honestly. Yeah, she could be better. I think she's a tad bit better than... Is she better than Ibuki? Is she better than Izuru? No. I think she goes, well, right there. Let's go with... Oh, was that all of them? Was that all the Ultra Despairs? Yes, it seems like it. I guess only, what was it, Kurokuma? Kurokuma is honestly just the worst Monami. And then, oh wait, no, this is Kurokuma, that's Shirokuma, that's right. Then this guy, he's really obnoxious, I don't like him. I think he's by far, by far he is the worst one. He didn't really make me laugh anytime, he's just obnoxious, didn't really work for anything except transforming Monika's robot thingy. I don't know if I put him at freaking loser, I think he's just obnoxious. Yeah. And I think that's it for Ultra Despair Girls. We just need the kids, so let's them now. I don't remember their full names, I don't believe. So let's start with Daimon. Daimon is the first guy. Daimon Masaru Daimon. I can't believe I remember that. I just realized they kind of look the same. So Daimon, actually all the kids all of them, they were kind of pricks, like from the beginning, from the get-go. But then you see Diamond break down, and you realize that, oh no, these aren't just mentally unstable kids. They are mentally unstable kids because they had horrible parents. In Diamond's case, he was abused, physically abused by his father, which was an alcoholic. So yeah, so that's really sad. So I really feel bad for most of the kids of the the Warriors of Hope. But Master Diamond, of the 3, I think he could be a bit better. I don't know. Since these are kids, they're kind of hard to rank, since they're much younger than all of the others. But it's definitely not disappointed. I think he's like a bodacious. I think he's a low B. No, like, okay. I need to change this real quick. There we go. Yeah? Chihiro's dad is a bit better than I thought, eh? Better than Makoto, better than Toa. Yeah, I'll leave it there. So, Master Diamond, he can definitely go there. Yeah, that feels good. Next, we're gonna be placing, I believe his name was Jotaro. And he's this quote-unquote ugly kid. That's why he's always wearing the mask. He's self-deprecating. He hates himself. So that he wouldn't feel that bad when he wasn't liked by his mom. Or dad, I guess. Because his parents didn't want him. But they ended up having him anyway. And so they always resented him. So he thought, okay, if my mama hates me, then I'm gonna hate myself. So when she hates me, it's gonna be like, oh, I'm making her happy because she's being happy by hating me, or something like that, along that logic. Kind of sad, also. But then you realize he's actually pretty a cute kid. It was just her mother that didn't like him at all. So he always thought he was ugly. Which, you know, trauma. Jotaro, I think Jotaro could have been a little bit better. He was still interesting, but I think he could have been better. I think he goes above Ibuki. Yeah, I think that feels good. Man, yeah, sure. I'm okay with that. Next, we have the Lil Ultimate Drama. Is that her name? Lil Ultimate Drama, yeah. Kotoko. Kotoko is even sadder than the previous two. She was... Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even know if this can go on YouTube, but she was basically sold to pedophiles by her mom. Because her mom's idea was that you only have a limited time to get famous, to be famous, to get your chance in the spotlight. So that's why she sold her to producers and stuff like that. As a package, like she would sell herself and her daughter to people, and that's why she has a whole trauma with the word gentle, which is, I don't know, all of the explanation was really creepy. She's definitely kind of annoying, but I think of the kids, she's one of the better ones. and she's also kind of on your side by the end. So I think Kotoko goes into B tier. No, I think she stays in B tier, but she goes right above Toa guy. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Then we have I don't remember his name. Let me look it up real quick. Little Ultimate Social Studies. Nagisa, that's right. Nagisa is... I'm just gonna say it, he's S tier. I really liked Nagisa in the game. I think he was by far he was definitely the smartest kid, and that also goes into his trauma. That he was quite literally... I guess he was kind of like the prototype for Izuru. I mean, they were working on seeing the limits of talent. So they had him studying 24/7, injecting him so that he wouldn't faint and stuff. It was super. Ugh. But yeah, he was just the most interesting character. I mean, he was definitely more mature than the other kids. So yeah, I mean, he even wanted to let Komaru go and escape because he really believed in the dream he had of creating the paradise. But then Monica came around and was like, paradise, it's I just want to ruin the world, be like Junko. So yeah. Ugh, I'm still eating lemon pepper. Nagisa, like I said, S tier. Definitely interesting. Monica, I think Monica is kind of like Hyoko in a way. Like, she's just annoying. Doesn't really, I mean, from the other kids, like, you don't really see much trauma from her. I mean, she was just shunned a bit by her family, by Toa family. But I don't know. The other ones kind of felt more, I want to say real. But this one, I just don't like Monica. I mean, she's also batshit crazy. But I don't think that she's cool enough as the other kids or as Junko as the mastermind. I think I might let her as a disappointment. Yeah. I think that works. Yeah, sure. And then I guess we're done with Ultra Despair Girls, right? Yeah. Now we're going on into the anime ones. Danganronpa V3. So first I'm gonna do the... Wait, I still... Nope. Cropped up a little bit. Okay. First I'm gonna do the one from Ultra Despair. So, okay, let's do... let me just put these real quick on the top so I don't have to crop these up. You. Just give me a quick second. Okay, I think we got it. Alright, so first of all, Fuyuhiko's sister. She was... Honestly, I think she was kind of bodacious. I think she could have been a pretty interesting character to explore a little bit deeper for the time that she had on scene. that I think she thought she was more capable than Fuyuhiko to run the Kuzuru clan, but wasn't giving a chance since she was a girl and didn't make it to Hope's Peak. I think that's what it was. Don't recall completely. But she was an interesting character. I honestly believe that. I don't remember that too much. It was just like 5 minutes of knowing her, but she was interesting. I would have liked to explore it more. Then it's this girl, which was Mahiru's friend, best friend, I believe, who ended up killing Fuyuhiko's sister. And I'm gonna say she wasn't that interesting of a character. You didn't really get to explore her all that much. I wouldn't say flipping loser. I wouldn't say she's annoying. Disappointing? Could be better. Because, like, Fuyuhiko's sister was interesting. That's my whole point on her being on B. But this girl, I don't recall her being that interesting. I think, yeah, could be better. Yeah, that feels right. You know what? I think, nah. I mean, I don't know. Could be better is kind of a wrong title to put here because I could really put a lot of them. Even guys who are up here, I could put in could be better. So I don't know. That might be getting me a little bit confused, but I'll leave her there. Then we have this guy. I don't remember what was his name. Danganronpa 3. Where alright, we'll get back to that one in a bit. Chisa. Chisa was a great character from the anime. She was the homeroom teacher of these guys, of the, what was it? I think it was 5B or something like that. I don't remember. But she was a teacher, filled them with hope, filled Chiaki with hope, where they will be trying to be their friend and hope. But unfortunately, she was hypnotized by Junko, and thus she was infiltrated in Future Foundation for a long time. And also guided, yeah, I guess it was her that guided Chiaki into the trap. Damn. Okay. But Chisa was a really interesting character. I don't know if she's S tier or A tier or high A tier. I think high A tier because she's anime and I don't really think we explore as much as we could as in a game. Though I think we definitely explored more of her than, say, the ultimate imposter. But no matter. Let's see. Where? Munakata, that's his freaking name. Munakata was kind of like the villain of the anime of Danganronpa 3. He is pretty interesting, but I think he's missing a lot of morals, which kind of bring him down for me a bit. I think he's a B tier. I think he's more interesting. Munakata, I think he... yeah, I think he's high B. Yeah, that feels right. Then we have, I think it was... what was it? Juzo Sakakura. He was... he got better as the anime went on. He started out very one-dimensional, Then you see that he had a crush on Munakata, if I do recall. So I don't know, he was pretty cool, all things considered, because at the end they had to fight, I believe. So yeah, I don't know. I just remember liking this guy. He's gonna be A tier. Higher than Sakura? Yeah, sounds about it right. Next we have, let's go with Tengan, Kazuo Tengan. He was pretty good in the anime. I don't recall too much about him. He was a president of the Future Foundation, I believe. I don't remember the anime too well to remember if this guy was what his deal was about, but I kind of recall him being cool. I think I'll put him like there, in B tier, or it could be better. Yeah, let's go with that one down. It could be better, like here. Yeah, that feels good. That feels better. Next, let's go with Kizakura. Kizakura was probably one of the best new characters that came out of that. Though he didn't get much screen time, he's kind of like the uncle of Kyoko technically. So I don't know, he just felt really cool. I think I like him like that. Maybe a little bit more. Like this. I think that's good. Maybe I put up Genocide Jack up here. Maybe I put Genocide Jack all the way over here. Yeah, okay, that feels better. Let's see, who am I missing? Kyusuke Munakata. Miyaya Geko Gahara. This girl, she was the creator of the new Neo World program, I believe. There's also the one that controlled Monami, technically. But that was replaced and was being controlled, I think, by Monica, actually. I don't remember, but from what we knew, I think she could have been better. I think she's around here. Better than Jin. Yeah. Not as good as Tengen. Yeah, I think that's okay. Now then, let's just go with... Wait, where's Mitarai? Let's go with Mitarai, since I know his name. Mitarai, he's such a weird character. He was supposed to be in class with you know, the original, I don't know, well, from the guys from the second game. With Hajime. Well, not Hajime. Hajime wasn't even part of that class, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, he was supposed to be on that class, but he got replaced by the ultimate imposter because he wanted to keep making animations. Yeah, he wanted to keep making animations, so he didn't want to lose time at school. He always wanted to be perfecting his craft. So that's why he got the ultimate imposter to, well, go and have attendance, basically. But then he got noticed by it was Junko, saw what he was working on, then noticed that he could hypnotize people. So Junko made him do this full animation where it would drive people into despair. Which is how Junko managed to basically brainwash all of the 14 technically, I guess. 14? 15? I don't know if he used it on Izuru. She might have. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah. So this guy is the responsible for the tragedy, for the most terrible, most awful, terrifying terrorism in human history. He was almost responsible for it. Quite. Then he got into Future Foundation, and then he realized what he had. Well, I think he already knew what he had done. But then he tried to fix it doing the polar opposite of that and doing a video that inspired hope. But that was also a problem because you quite literally brainwashed people into believing in hope. Which was wrong, technically, because brainwashing bad. And because that wasn't technically real hope. It's artificial hope, which isn't hope at all, I guess. But overall, Miturai is a pretty interesting character. I think he goes into A tier. Like there. Yeah, that feels good. I wish I'd explained him a little bit better, but yeah. That's basically the gist of it. He started the most bad thing in the world, and then he almost ended it with something kind of the same. Except without killings, I guess. But alright. Now we're just missing 5 more guys. Let me see what their names are. I want to get them right. Ruruka is this one, and she made candies. And yeah, I think she got kind of... I don't know, but I that's what I thought was happening. They were getting kind of drugged by the pharmacist because they wanted drugs or something like that, or I don't know if it was like a compound to make her stuff taste better. I don't know. Or make it addicting, rather. I think that might be the case. Anyway, she was kind of an asshole, but she was overall an interesting character. I think she's bodacious. Yeah, I think she goes right there. Then we have Seiko Kimura, which is the said pharmacist. I think her story is kind of sad. She can't eat sweets. She was, air quotes, best friends with Ruruka, but they couldn't do... Ruruka almost basically used her all of the time. So it wasn't very nice. I think she was pretty cool in the anime. She was kind of monster-like in a way, but you could understand her problems. I mean, she got expelled from Hope's Peak Academy because she caused some explosion or something alongside these 3. But anyway, I think she would have been B tier. Yeah, I think she's definitely B tier. B tier, right with... Man, I don't know. Like here? Yeah. I think there. Or here. Yeah. Yeah, that feels more appropriate. She's definitely more interesting than Makoto. Alright. And then Isayoi Sonosuke. Also pretty interesting as the ultimate blacksmith, doesn't talk too much. Had a quite sad development with her girlfriend, which was Ruruka. They ended up having a kiss of death, which was kind of just disturbing from Hiroka's part. But yeah, Isayoi overall was, I guess, like, again, no, I think, no, bodacious. Interesting enough. Yeah, sure. Yeah? No, I think he could have been a bit better. I'll put him here. Yeah, that sounds a bit better. Next we have the... what's his name? Boop, 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 boop. Who am I missing? Daisaku. You don't get to know this guy at all. He immediately dies. So he also sounded very annoying, but I don't know. Like I said, he dies immediately, so I don't really get to know him. I don't think I would dislike him more than these two. I don't think I would dislike him more than Hiyogo. I think I would put him like there. No, I think, okay. I think Kazuichi could go up a bit. And lower this guy a bit. Yeah, I think that feels a bit better. Yeah, sure. And finally, from the anime, we have the Great Gosu. Gosu, we didn't get to know him that much, but he tried protecting Makoto from what it seems like. Ultimately was killed, but he seemed like a good guy. He seemed pretty cool. I like him. I wish we knew him more, but overall he was pretty cool. So I think he goes like here. Yeah, he feels good there. And finally we have the guys from Danganronpa V3. I don't know if I should do the Monokids first. I think I'll do the Monokids first. Yeah, whatever. Monokid. I think I'll put him as loser. He's... yeah. I think it's basically Kurokuma, but done way worse. More, yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Then Monodam. Is it Monodam? Oh no, this is Monosuke. Monosuke was my favorite bear out of the Mono Kids. Mono Cubs. That's the word. Out of the Mono Cubs, I think I'll just put him at low B. Because like I said, I think Monokuma was the best one. You really can't top that. But Monosuke was pretty interesting. Then Monodam was probably pretty good too. He was all like, "I'm trying to get along" and stuff like that. So I think I think I'll put Monodam there, Monosuke over like this. Yeah. Then Monotaro. I think Monotaro could have been better. Then I don't remember her name. Monophony, I think. Monophony, she's... again, she's also like in this vein of kind of not good. But I don't know where Monophony goes. I think they go together. They're kind of like the same thing. Yeah, okay, that seems good. And now let's actually go into the characters. First off, I'm gonna start with Angie. I'll put her, like, I wouldn't say she would go as frigging loser. I think she's more of an annoying kind of type. So I think it would be better as a enough of you. You know what? I'll actually just get rid of this tier. I think, yeah, for clarity's sake. Disappointed enough of you, yeah. So disappointed, I'll put them in here. Disappointed over here. Frigging loser over here, and like this. Then we can remove this. Okay, this seems a bit better. Right? Sure. Let's see. Does this look better? Sure. Okay. So, now that we have these rankings, let me just make sure everything's okay. No, I say Hiyogo is disappointing. Angie, I'm not disappointed by Angie. I just straight up don't like her. Her being all this, what would you call it? Religious cult. Yeah, I don't like her at all. There was no instance where I was like, okay, Angie has like kind of something, but no, not at all. Monodam, like I said, Mono Kid was kind of the same as Kurokuma. Yeah, I think that's okay. Next, let's go with Kibo. Kibo, I think, is a good character. I think he doesn't quite make it up to A, despite his I mean, he's not that relevant. He's an important character, but he's not relevant. I don't know if that makes sense. So I do think he would go like here. Right below Mondo. Yeah. Man, now I have to look up the V3 character name because I forgot him. There we go. Right, characters. Okay, are they here? Yeah, okay. Who was I talking about? Ryoma. Right, Ryoma. He was a pretty good character. It's too bad that he was killed. But again, the reason why he was killed, the motive that time was like the first game where someone is waiting you out the outside, the most important thing to you. And his video didn't have anything because nothing was important to him. He lost hope completely, so he was ready to die. Which is kind of sad, but Ryoma was pretty cool. I think he's a pretty good B tier. I think he goes like here. Yeah. You know what? Actually, more like here. Nah, no, yeah. Yeah, okay, that works. Next, let's go with this girl, Himiko. Wasn't her name Himiko? Her name is Himiko, right? Not Himitsuko. Am I dumb? It is Himiko, right? Man, oh god. Have I been Himiko? Yeah, it's Himiko. What the heck? Why was it Himitsuko? Was that Japanese name or something? Anyway, Himiko, one of the survivors of V3, kind of obnoxious during the whole game. I didn't really like her. After Tenko, is it Tenko? It is Tenko, right? Is it Tenko? Yes. After Tenko dies, she gets a bit better as a character, but she's still not super interesting. I guess I would put her at disappointed. I think she's definitely better than Hyoko, better than that, better than Leon, better than Asahina. Yeah, I think she's like Heidi. Yeah, that feels good. You know what? I'll just get it over with. Maki is my favorite character in Danganronpa. Maki is first place. So yeah, I don't know if I really need to explain it. I guess I will. Maki is just a super interesting character. She has a lot of backstory to her. She's super cute. I love her. Yeah, that's her. I don't really have much more to say. Her relationship with both Shuichi and Kaito, it's super great. The Three Musketeers, awesome, sweet, love it. Maki is definitely like my favorite character in Danganronpa. No holds barred. I mean, bar none. Next, let's go with Runtaro. Runtaro is in this weird spot where I don't know where to put him. In theory, he's really cool because he's kind of like mysterious, but at the same time, he gets killed in the first instance, in the first game. And you don't really get to know much about him. Just when you're like, oh my god, this guy knows stuff, he's kind of interesting, he dies. And then it's not until almost the end of the game that you learn that he was the survivor of a previous killing game that by this point was the 53rd the 53rd game, so I think he was the winner of the 52nd or something like that. But yeah, so that's why he was the ultimate survivor. I don't know, I just think his mysteriousness was well played in this game, but I wish I would have known him a bit more, so I think I'll stick him in B tier, because I do really think he's cool. Let's see, he's more interesting than... Ooh. Is he actually gonna be A tier, despite everything? Would he be more interesting than Munakata? I don't know. I think he might be A tier, like low A tier. Yeah, I think he's like A tier. I think he could have been an S tier if he got more development. His A tier is really just due to mysteriousness. And if we got to know more about him, I think he'd be higher up. But he's definitely one of those characters. I mean, he's kind of showcased as one of the most important characters of the game, despite him dying at the very beginning. So yeah. I mean, I guess that's the case with Sayaka. I guess that's kind of the case with Kaede too. So Kaede is the first victim. I mean, the first killer, actually. I was gonna say that she didn't mean to do it, but she definitely meant to kill Rentaro, or what she thought was a mastermind. She didn't end up killing them, so she was killed unjustly. But Kaede as a character is an A tier. I mean, I said A tier, but no, she's an S tier. She's so great. I did cry when she was dead, when you changed places. because you start the game playing as Kaede. And all the things that are doing leading up to the trial, you play as Kaede. So when you have to be in the trial and you are the killer, you're chasing after your own tail. It's really awkward, really puts you in this weird position. Then when you trade places with Shuichi, it's just perfect. Claire de Lune, oh my god, it's just Kaede is such a cool character. I don't know if I would. No, I definitely put her over Byakuya. Byakuya, like, I love him, but Jesus Christ, Kaede was so good. Nagito is just too freaking awesome in this game to not be over Kaede, but Kaede is great. Next, let's go with Tsumugi. She's technically Junko, though technically not. She's Junko the 43rd. The 53rd, sorry. Ultimate cosplayer. Up until the last trial, she was kind of inconsequential, didn't really participate that much, she didn't really stand out. She was kind of a normal girl. I did free time with her the whole way, and she seemed pretty normal up until then. And yeah, it's really just up until the last trial where you realize Tsumugi could have killed Rantaro in the first trial. And it's, it's huge turmoil. Then she turns into literally all the characters from the previous games. But yeah, I still don't fully understand why. I mean, they initially said she had cospox, which meant she could only cosplay as fictional characters, not real ones. That's why she turned blue when she put on Kaede's clothes, which doesn't really make sense if you think about it, because if that was the case, she would have cospox from the other characters, or she wouldn't have cospox with Kaede. So I don't know. Just because he introduced cospox at 2 different times under different circumstances, I just don't like it because of that. But Tsumugi, I don't know. Like I said, she's kind of inconsequential. I think she could have been a little bit better. Like I said, up until that point, she was kind of boring, and despite that, even after that, she was kind of not that interesting anyway. I think she goes into high A, like right below Ibuki. Yeah. Tenko, again, one of the girls I did free time with up until the whole thing. She's pretty cool, even though she's really, I don't want to say feminist, because she takes it a bit beyond that, just hating all men just because she calls them, what, filthy male degenerates or something like that, which, to each their own, but, I don't know. I still did free time because I really enjoy her character. She was really funny and really caring for the girl characters, especially Himiko. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and place her. I think she's also B tier. Not good enough to go to A, but I think I really liked her. Do I like her more than Celestia? Do I like her more than Mondo? I don't know. Do I like her more than Munakata? Yeah, I think I like her more than Munakata, so I'm going there. Next, let's go with Gokuhara Gonta. Gonta Gokuhara, that's the name. So Gonta is a sweetheart. He's super sweet. He's ultimate entomologist, I believe. He knows a lot about bugs. He's a jungle kid. Really strong, but really kind-hearted. And even though he did kill at one point, he he thought he was doing the right thing. Because he saw the truth of the world. Which, you know, and he didn't even know that he did it because his memory got erased. But anyway, Gonta is pretty cool. Gonta is top tier. Gonta is going to... I think right above Mitarai, between Hajime and Mitarai. Yeah, that feels good. Next, let's go with Miu. Miu is really annoying at times. She's really smart, but she's very annoying and really... How would I say it? I don't know. She has really weird fetishes at times. But Miu was overall pretty interesting. Could be better, I think. But I think she's definitely better than a lot of the ones that we have down here. She's kind of like here. Yeah. No, actually, like more around here. Yeah. Next we have... His name was... I don't remember. I also did free time with him. I think this is the game where I did most free time. I did Maki. I did this guy. I did Tenko. And Tsumugi. Yeah, I did 4, I think. And I was starting to do Kokichi. So what was this girl's name? Korikiyo. So Korikiyo, I really like his design. I actually overall really like his character. Kind of weird, his relationship with his defunct sister, which was killed. I don't know why. I think she was sick. I'm not completely sure. Then comes this serial killer who was trying to kill 100 girls. To have her sister make friends with, something like that. It's really weird. But Korikiyo, I don't know. He if you eliminate the serial killing, and I mean, yeah, if you eliminate the serial killing or do it into something else regarding her sister, he just ends up kind of weird, and his killings were kind of messy, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know. Korikiyo would go. Like I said, he's definitely an interesting character. Maybe wish he was explored a little bit more, but overall, I think Korikiyo is... I think he's better than Kibo. Yeah. Sure. Then we'll go into... what's your name again? It is... Oh, wait. Where is he? Kirumi. That's right. Kirumi was a pretty good character. She was like the mama of the group because she was taking care of everyone, doing all their food and stuff, because she was the ultimate maid, the ultimate housekeeper or whatever. So yeah, she was really cool up until that point. She was the second killing. She was the second killer. And her plan was really elaborate. I really liked that case overall. And it was really well thought out. Like they mentioned in the case, if it wasn't for that mistake, that one mistake of leaving the inner tube the floaty in the pool. Everything could have gone right, but you know, it didn't work out. But overall, Kurumi... Oh, and also her design is... great design. So Kurumi goes into... And she's also apparently the Prime Minister of Japan. Something like that, I recall. I think she goes right here. Yeah. Alright, next. Let's just go with Kokichi. Kokichi is definitely an S tier. He's in the same vein of Nagito Byakuya as the rival character. But whereas Byakuya stated the facts, Nagito kind of went with... I don't want to say deceive, because he didn't really deceive. He would just mess around. Kokichi straight up lied. He just liked the chaos. And I think in a trial, it's super important to have the strict facts, because Byakuya and Nagito, at the end of the day, they were trying to get the trial won. I mean, they didn't want to die, obviously. Or, well, at least Nagito didn't really care. But he wanted to get the end of it, because if everyone died, well, the guy who killed is the winner, and that's hope. But if everyone else wins, then that's also hope. So yeah, Nagito just kind of doing it for the heck of it. But Kokichi, like, he was just straight up lying. At the end of the day, he would help a lot in the cases. Because he would also catch people lying. So I guess that's also important. But Kokichi, like I said, at the very beginning, he's kind of an asshole because he lies a lot all the time. But he's also very childlike. And regardless for that, at the end, he sacrifices himself to try and beat Monokuma in a trial, because Monokuma doesn't know who was the killer and who was the victim. So that was really interesting. That's big brain moment from Kokichi. He actually almost beat a trial. He almost beat Monokuma in his own game, which is impressive, to say the least. That's why Kokichi is definitely... I don't know if I like Kokichi more than Nagito. I think they're almost equal. I think Nagito has this thing where his name is an anagram for Makoto, so that makes it a little bit more interesting. And he's also part of Ultimate Despair and stuff, and has this twisted sense of hope. Kokichi just likes to see the world burn. He just likes to have fun. So I don't know. I think Kokichi. I think Kokichi stays as third. Sorry, that was my cell phone. But we're almost done here anyway. So let's just go with the last two, which is Kaito Momota, Emissary from the Stars, which is a pretty great character. Like, in this game, rather than having two, like, protagonists, like in the first game it was Makoto and Kyoko, in the second one it was Hajime and Chiaki. In this one, it was Kaede at the first with Shuichi, then it's Shuichi and Kaito, then you add Maki into the mix, and you have almost 4 protagonists in the game. And let's not forget, Kokichi is the rival, so that's also kind of like a protagonist in that case. Then we have Kibo at the end being like, I represent humankind or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know what I was going with that tangent, but Kaito Momota was pretty cool. V3 definitely fleshes out more of its characters than previous entries. At least a handful of them. So, Kaito Momota, I think... I don't know if he makes it into S tier. Kinda do want to put him, just because I really like V3. I think V3 has my favorite characters. But the... what would you call it? The second game has better trials. I think in my case. I think. But let's go with Kaito Momota. If we put Kaito in S tier, I think he go. Actually, yeah, I think he is S tier. I don't know to put him above Toko or below Toko, because they kind of fill that same role of Kaito with Shuichi and Toko with Komaru. I think I'll put him a little bit above Toko. Yeah. And finally we got Shuichi. Shuichi, like I said before, is my favorite protagonist of the games. I think he's super human. He's always doubting himself. Despite being the ultimate detective, he at times needs Kaito to well, basically tell him, you can do it, buddy. You can do it. So I don't know. I really like Shuichi. He really grows. You can really feel his growth during the game, which is, I think, really important. So Shuichi will be going... I think he's gonna go... Yeah, I think he goes up in S tier. I think along with Kaito. I think he's a bit better than Kaito, but he doesn't get up to that Byakuya level. Kaede does, because she's such a sweetheart. She meant so much for the beginning of the game. She represented hope, honestly. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I did all my rankings. How long did this video take? 2 hours. Holy moly. Alright, but yeah, I mean, that's basically where we're at. It's gonna be my Danganronpa video. Like, let's see, how many from each game in each category? In the first, we have, from the first game, we have 1, 2. From the second game, we have 1, 2. Third game, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. 5 from V3. And then Chisa from Ultimate Despair Girls. Then in the lowest tier, we have 1 from each game, really. Yep. And from Ultimate Despair Girls, Kurokuma, my bad. But yeah, that's gonna be my ranking. Man, this was long. Kind of went on a tangent with some of the characters, but again, there are so many characters in Danganronpa. There were 16 times 3, that's like 48 characters if I'm not mistaken. Plus the ones from the anime, plus the Monokuma bears and rabbits. Well, that was exhausting. I guess I'll see you guys later. I kind of want to do more videos regarding Danganronpa. I already have one cooking up in the background, but I just need to finish recording that. So stay on the lookout for that. So yeah, that's been everything. See you guys later.